the news?
So I'm a news junkie. I was a journalism major before I was a psych major. So I love watching the news, but be selective with your
10 minutes is all I do.
Be contained and selective with your news. That's what I'll say. Because I have to read the Washington Post and the
I know you do, and I love it when you post stuff too. So I'm kind of getting that vicariously through you, just like I do a lot of nutrition ideas. I mean, your dance, this conversation today, it's like surrounding yourself with positive people, and I consider you one, absolutely. It's, who you hang with is kind of who you are. So thank you for being part of my tribe.
Well, for sure. I think it's important to know what's going on in the world. So curate your news. But what I would say is Dr. Michael Beckwith from Agape in Culver City, which was the spiritual community I belonged to when I lived in LA. He used to say, read the newspaper as a prayer request.
That's interesting. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So because I am a news junkie, when I read this, instead of getting angry and upset, which sometimes I do, but, instead I just kind of go into a small kind of meditation and send light to that situation and envision it resolving. So don't get stuck with the image of something horrible that don't get stuck in that image. You get to decide what image you want to end that article in your own consciousness.
Oh, that's very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if you read the article as a prayer request and you take a moment to just envision the outcome that's in right action for everyone concerned. Because no matter what vision I have, I don't know what vision spirit has, right? So I'm not all knowing. So I might have my own vision, but any kind of affirmation in consciousness that I'm like, this resolves. I also say for the highest good of all concerned, because I don't know what the highest good of all concerned is. What can look like a tragedy to me can be the best possible outcome in terms of somebody's spiritual growth. So it's not my place to judge something as tragic, right? It's my job to just send peace and love to it.
That's very cool.
This might have to end up being a separate video. How do you approach the news if you're a news you want to stay informed in the world without wanting to off yourself because it's so awful, no. And I say that jokingly, suicide's no joke right now.
No, it's not.
It's not. People really are just feeling overwhelmed with everything.
People with substance abuse problems are struggling, marriages are struggling because we're all just, thankfully there are people like you, counselors that can help a lot of people because it's very challenging.
Watch positive things and good tips, write them. And what I will say is, on the heels of what I said before, we don't know what's being healed by these things. I'm busier than ever as a psychic.
You are, yeah. I'm busy in my business too.
Exactly.
I'm very busy.
As disruptive as the politics, the pandemic, the social unrest has been, it's unearthing all this material that needs healing, both on the individual level, on the country level, and on the planet level. You cannot heal something that's been swept under the rug. You need to pull back that rug and look at those the dirt that's swept under there. And so this is part of the revealing, and now it's our job to do the healing.
Very cool.
Oh, I like how that rhymed,
That's good.
You got the revealing and then the healing.
I love that.
When you're ingesting, news that you've curated or not, approaching it prayerfully, knowing that there is healing happening as a result of even the worst news. And to put your consciousness in that energy is, I think, the most powerful way for you to get through your day and not feel depressed and suicidal, but to know that there's hope out there. There's always hope.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Exactly. All right. Adore you.
I adore you too. Thank you for inviting me to have this conversation.
Thank you.
Great way to spend some time together.
Thank you, everybody who's watching this. We love you too and send you out the light. And if you felt any value, any humor, any entertainment, subscribe, please, and click like and subscribe. And please comment Send us some positive energy and just know that we love you and we want you to be well. And that's what Healthy Lifestyles is all about. That's what Old School Dance Fitness, Old School Healthy Lifestyles. That's why we're here.
Thanks,
So
Teresa.
go out and write down your plan, people, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Erin.
Bye. Thanks, Teresa.
Bye.